Hey there, this is Blue Mantis Gaming, and welcome back to the 7th episode of my Wolverhampton Wanderers career mode. And in this episode, it's sort of the same again. We've got two league games and a cup game, which has been the case for the last couple of episodes. And we're going to go straight into the first league game here, which is a home game against Crewe Alexandra, a game that we probably should win. Actually, we definitely should win, I think, which is why we're playing a fairly strong lineup. We've got Sacco, Doyle. We're not playing Sigurdarsson for this match. He's on the bench, but we're also playing Dzwigala, and Kevin Cal, I think. So we're kind of like trying out a few of our younger players that we bought. But early in the game, we win the ball back. Ricketts here has a shot from far outside the box, and being a defender, it was actually quite a good effort. But unfortunately, it didn't go in. It just it whizzed past, and a little closer. I think that would have threatened the goal. But no, the keeper had that covered. I think if it was going on target, possibly. But Edwards there turns and has a shot, and it rattles the bar, almost going in there. Probably the closest. Actually, yeah, definitely the closest we've got. And Sacco using his pace, he's easily got the quality of a Premier League player. Still running on the ball. Eventually has a shot. It was saved and hit onto the post. It's incredible effort. But we win the ball back. Give it to Griffiths. Griffiths has a shot, and that goes straight in for 1-0. 35 minutes in. And Griffiths, who I wasn't originally going to play, I just thought I'd try him out, give him a chance. And you know, it's paid off because he scored, and it was a good goal. He took one touch, turned, and put it into the net, which is good. So that meant we were 1-0 up. Having not having that much dominance, just having the odd chances, and it was quite a boring game in the first half, to be honest. Just a few chances, that's it. Until Griffiths got his second in off the post, it was 2-0 suddenly. Griffiths has scored two, and we really, we were really showing that we can change a game around from a game with hardly any chances to a game with scoring 2 goals in the space of a few minutes, like we did against Crewe. Remember, we scored 3 goals in 5 minutes at the end of the first half, which meant we pretty much won the game, and that might be the case here, as we're 2-0 up, and we're not even at half time yet. But Moore gives it to Inman to Mellor, and Mellor performs a brilliant cross into Turton, and Turton scores to make it 2-1, and that kind of shocked me a bit. It was an instant reply from Crewe. They've done well to get themselves back in the game, or they were back in the game in effect. Not they were one goal away. They could easily turn this around, but Edwards here gives it to McDonald. McDonald has a shot, and he probably should have scored that if he was facing towards goal a little bit more. He would have scored that, I'm pretty sure, but it just whizzed past the post. But that is half time at 2-0, and I'm probably happy. Actually, I am happy to be there. We seem to do really well at the end of the first half, even though they scored, but we're winning. I guess that's the important thing, really. Yeah, I actually didn't bother showing the rest of the game because there simply was nothing to show. I know it seems a bit boring, but there honestly wasn't. It was just a very boring game overall. But we go into our second game of the episode here against Oldham Athletic, and Oldham, I play a strong team because it's away, even though they're quite low down in the league. I feel they could shock us here. Could be one of those upsets where a lower league team beats one of the bigger teams at home. And David Davis wins the ball back, and this is about a quarter of an hour into the game, and it was a good save. In fact, he did well to win it back, Davis, and it wasn't Ram. He had to stretch himself to save that, and it was a good save. But Sigurdarsson plays the ball to Ford, and Ford with a lovely first touch, using his pace, goes all the way, and finally takes a shot. And it was a really another great save from the keeper. Did well to stop that, but a ball's whipped in. Sigurdarsson is there, and it looks as though that was going in. But it wasn't. It just went past the post, and it was a good corner from Anthony Ford, and an equally good header. It would have been brilliant if it just gone in. But here we are, a few minutes before half time. Alberto on the ball, takes a touch, gives it to Griffiths. Griffiths takes another touch, has a shot, and how the hell Alberto, that is probably missed the season. And I know why he missed that, because for some reason when a shot of Griffiths, and then for some reason my finger was on the L2, which is obviously the chipping, which is obviously how you chip, and it was like that when I took the shot of Alberto, and that obviously explains why it goes over the bar. If I hadn't have done that, we would have scored, and we would have probably gone into half time 1-0 up. But Grounds here in the second half plays the ball to Rooney, and Rooney takes a touch, it's saved, and the second effort is put in by Adam Rooney, and they were 1-0 up. And this is what I'm saying, you know. I was kind of expecting a shock today, and it looks like that might be about to happen. As you can see, we're 80 minutes in, 10 minutes from losing this game. Remember, we're unbeaten this season, so it would be terrible really to lose, especially to a team low down in the league. But Doyle there puts the ball in, but it is offside, and it was actually a right decision. His leg was offside, and you know, honestly, they're so tight about these things. Honestly, you could have like a finger offside or something, and it would still be counted as offside. But yeah, it doesn't matter, because we win the ball back straight away with Doyle, and Doyle passes it to Sigurdarsson. Sigurdarsson puts it in the net in the right hand corner for 1-0. We had saved this game, and I've actually picked the ball up because I wanted to go and get a winner, as you would. So that's it. It's 1-1, and we're trying to look for a winner, but we don't get that. The game finishes 1-1. It was a good game, especially towards the end. It was quite competitive. There weren't really any chances towards the end. I could have showed you some. Actually, no, there weren't any. It was just like kind of play in and around the box. There's no real cutting edge. But we get our players leaving on international duty. Kevin Doyle is going to he is. He's going to Ireland, or going with Ireland to some World Cup qualifiers or whatever. But we get tournament prize money, not very much there. I think that was for the last episode's game against Cardiff. But we're playing another cup game here. We're at home against Shrewsbury, and I thought seeing as Shrewsbury are in League Two. I'm pretty sure. Are they in League Two? I think they actually no. It was Johnstone's Paint Trophy. Yes, Johnstone's Paint Trophy. Seeing as they're in League Two, it's at home. I decided to play a bit of a second team. I played Ruben Romero up front. I played Dezuis Gala and a few other second team players as well. But Goldborn on the ball, gives it to Doyle. Doyle cuts inside, has a shot, and that went narrowly past the post. Half expecting that to go in, but it didn't. And it was good effort though. But they have the ball here with Burke, but it's tackled by McDonald. They win the ball back with Burke again to Parry, and Parry is fouled just inside the box, and that is a penalty. I didn't expect it. I didn't really think the ref was going to give a penalty, but it was a penalty really. He kind of just barged him, pushed him over without winning the ball. And Parry, the man who won the penalty, is going to take it. And I struggle, as I said before, to save penalties in this game. And that showed once again. All you can do is kind of walk to where you think it's going to kind of just, like a penguin. You're just kind of like waddling towards where you think it's going to go. And I couldn't save that. There was no chance. But more importantly, we found ourselves 1-0 down. But Kevin Cal here on the ball gives it to Ford, and Ford plays a lovely cross in to Ruben Romero, and Romero's kind of impressed me so far in this game. He's been creating a few chances, having a few shots, and as you can see from here, this is actually a really good header. It was a great save by the keeper, but that could have easily gone in if it was the keeper hadn't been more alert. But Doyle wins the ball back off the defender, and then instead of shooting himself, gives it to Ruben Romero, and Romero scores. It's actually his first goal for Wolves. And and I was a bit disappointed previously because I thought, you know, it was a bit of a waste of a signing. Seeing as I did realise we do have other strikers, but you know, he seems to be showing his class. And seeing as I haven't played him much, this is the first game I've actually started him in. I think I should start him more because he could be scoring more goals. You never know. But a ball's shot at the keeper. We're into the second half now, and but we moved to the 76th minute. Their player gets past everyone, and they very nearly scored there with Clarkson. And if it hadn't have been for a terrible miss, for luck basically, they would have scored and they would have been back in front. But we nearly win the ball back here. Ball's played over. Then we do intercept. Goldborn, I think it is, intercepts Cassidy on the ball, plays it to Ruben Romero. Ruben Romero takes one touch, and that one touch is a shot, and that shot goes in, and that makes it 2-1. And Ruben Romero double. This is the 84th minute. This is the third game in a row I think we've scored on the 84th minute. It's weird, but more importantly, it's getting decisive goals late on, and that's exactly what Ruben Romero's done. And I think I'm not sure, I might just start him in the next game because he seems to have proved himself a bit. He seems to have kind of said, oh well, you're not playing me, I'll play my way into a team, which is quite hard, you know, for me to play him every week, I think, because we've got so many other players ahead of him, like Griffiths, Sigurdarsson, Doyle, even Jake Cassidy. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Next episode should probably be 3 straight league games. I haven't looked at the calendar, but I'm not sure whether we're playing a cup game or whatever. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and yeah, next episode should be up tomorrow. And yeah, bye.